I was a bridesmaid for my friend who was marrying my ex at the rehearsal dinner. I discovered they'd been together during our 3-year relationship when the wedding video editor accidentally played their love story Match de Pert, featuring dates that overlapped with our relationship by 2 years. When Megan asked me to be her bridesmaid 6 months ago, I hesitated, not because she was marrying Chris Parrott, my college boyfriend from 5 years earlier, Perrin, but because I barely knew her. We'd met through mutual friends after my relationship with Chris had ended, and our friendship consisted mostly of occasional brunches and liking each other's Instagramming posts. "You are the bridge between our friend groups," she explained. "Plus, it shows everyone to here's no bad blood between us." I accepted because it seemed mature. Chris and I had dated for 3 years during college before amicably breaking up after graduation when he moved to Seattle for work, and I stayed in Chicago. We hadn't spoken much since, but there wasn't drama. We'd simply grown apart per tier, or so I thought. The wedding was elaborate per tier, a weekend affair at a lakeside resort with 200 guests. LOR'd the bridesmaid duties, dress fittings, and shower planning. I maintained a friendly distance from Chris. He seemed equally committed to our polite but minimal interaction. Then came the rehearsal dinner. The wedding planner had arranged for a video montaggio of their love story to be played at the reception, but the video editor, running late on preparations, mistakenly sent the final cut to be proved during the rehearsal dinner instead of the shorter welcome video that had been planned. As champagne was being poured, the lights dimmed and the projector flickered on. The opera of Chris and Megan appeared on screen, followed by photos of them together with dates beneath each image. The first few photos showed them at recent events, pound their engagement holidays together. Then came a photo of them at a Hyle party. October 2018, I felt my stomach tighten. Chris and I hadn't broken up until June 2020. The photos continued, parned them at a cabin getaway, February 2019, a concert, August 2019, sneaky dates at out of the way restaurants throughout 2018 and 2019, all with time stamps. All during our relationship, my champagne glass froze halfway to my lips as I did the math. They hadn't begun dating after Chris and I broke up. They'd been seeing each other for at least 2 years, while he and I were still together, and based on the photos, it wasn't casual parent, they were clearly a couple. The wedding planner realized the mistake too late. As she rushed to stop the video, Chris's mother, Parent, who had always liked me, Parent, glanced my way with unmistakable guilt in her eyes. She had known in that moment the polite fiction we'd all been maintaining collapsed. Megan's sister whispered something to her frantically. Chris stood up looking for the video operator, but it was too late. Parent, everyone had seen enough to understand what I was just realizing. I quietly placed my napkin on the table and walked out. In the hallway, my phone buzzed with a text from another bridesmaid. "Did you know?" I didn't respond. Instead, I packed my bags, left my bridesmaid dress hanging in the closet with a note saying simply, "I was the last to know." Last as I drove away from the resort, my phone exploded with messages, pent apologies from mutual friends who had apparently known all along, confused questions from others who were just catching on, and finally a single text from Chris. It wasn't how it looked. I never responded. Some betrayals don't deserve the dignity of a reply. The wedding apparently proceeded with 5 bridesmaids instead of 6. I blocked both their numbers and most of our mutual friends, not out of spite, but because I needed space to process the realization that while I had been building a life with someone, he had been building a parallel one with someone else. And our entire social circle had been complicit in the deception. 6 months later, I ran into Chris's mother at a grocery store. She started apologizing immediately, tears in her eyes. I surprised myself by feeling nothing but pity for her. "I am not angry anymore," I told her honestly. "I'm just grateful. I found out before I made the mistake of marrying him. Sometimes being a bridesmaid is the best gift you never wanted. It might just save you from becoming the wrong person's bride. Etri Claude can make mistakes. Please double check responses."